Hi everyone, welcome back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Go Local News editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for tuning back in. If you saw the show earlier at 11, I would like to thank artists Dominic Esposito and gallery owner Fernando Luis Alvarez from Connecticut for coming in to talk about their effort artistically in combating the opioid epidemic. We'll have more on that to come on GoLocalProv.com. But as we do most Fridays at noontime, we kick off with Ray Rickman's Big View, the former state representative, former deputy secretary of state, who now heads up Stages of Freedom, comes in to give his video editorial.
Kate, I thank you for the introduction. I always try to figure out how to be rational about life. I work at it because in theory, the more rational you are, the more apt you are to come out well, or your family will come out well, or your community will come out well. Maybe the nation, who knows? If you're president and you're rational, maybe the nation would benefit if you understood tariffs more. You wouldn't cause Ford to raise the prices on their cars and lay off 2% of their employees. So I watched an election primary in Providence in which I believe the majority of people voted. They voted because they like the mayor. They like him. He's got a smile and he's youngish. And all these 50, 60, 70-year-olds are telling me, yeah, he's nice. Now, 50-year-olds have children in private school. These are my neighbors. These are my well-to-do neighbors. Some of them are rich. And when you're really rich, you can pay $25,000 at Moses Brown and it doesn't cause a big hiccup. But when you're making $125,000 a year and you have 2 kids in private school for a total of $50,000, that's the end of your savings. That's the end of your really great holidays to Maine for 3 weeks and all these summer camps and everything. You've got to stop doing it. Because when you give the school $50,000, it's 40% of your income. Now, why can't you send your kids to public school? Because they're lousy. And no one sends their child to public school except people who don't have $25,000. So stay with me a second. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. People who have the money for Catholic school, they'll send them there. So you don't need $25,000. But you need thousands of dollars to send your children to alternative school. So these people are busy voting for the mayor for re-election. I was in the car with a man who voted for the mayor. We were coming back from Pawtucket, and I was driving, and over pothole we go, and then another pothole, and then another pothole, and he yells, "Is this Beirut?" This is a man who voted for the mayor of Providence 2 days earlier, and he's complaining about the potholes. And then we go up Stephen Hopkins Street from North Main to Benefit Street. Anyone who doesn't believe what I'm saying, who says, Ray Rickman's exaggerating, you go to Hopkins Street and see the potholes. It is unbelievable. And they're worse by the month. You can barely get up that street in front of Stephen Hopkins' historic, he's signer of the Declaration of Independence. And the tourists have to see that street. Most of them are walking, by the way. Stay with me. So my neighbor, who just voted for the mayor's re-election, is yelling, "Is this Beirut?" when we drive over potholes. The same neighbor is complaining to me how expensive Moses Brown private school is. And are you ready? This neighbor's brother was mugged and robbed this summer on the east side of Providence. You with me? And he's voting for re-election of the mayor. Be rational. You don't vote for who has a nice smile, who you like. You vote for improvement. You vote that one day Hope High School will be integrated and not 99.9% minority, because it sets in the middle of a neighborhood 92% white. And why can't the white kids go there and mom and dad save their money for college instead of paying for a third grader, $25,000 for a third grader? I'm going to be voting for Dee Dee Whitman. And if you're rational, you will be too.